Hi everybody. It's not so long ago that I spoke to you, only a few days ago really, but I've decided to come back to you rather quickly because we just did an event at the hotel that I'm associated with in Blackpool. For those of you who don't know, it's a gay hotel, and I've been associated with that hotel since 2004. On top of that, it's the longest standing gay hotel in Blackpool, I think, and probably by now the biggest as well, because we've just added another section to it, which we're calling Antinous. We ran an event there recently to support the Macmillan cancer end of life service that they do. Now that has come up to be very close to my heart right at this moment in time, because while we were at Moor Court, as some of you may well know, we run Kendo's daycare. And it's just come up in the last week that a young man who used to attend the daycare, well, a young man, he's a gentleman in his 50s, has recently died of cancer, and he was admitted to the Macmillan Centre in Stoke-on-Trent, and they care for him for the last days of his life. So it's very relevant and at the front of my mind at this moment in time that we were lucky enough to be able to support this charity at the same time that I had this really what you can only consider to be bad news. But we did have a good day. We had lots of people there. Good contribution financially. I believe we raised well over £1,500, and the entire gay community in Lord Street, that's where the hotel is, all came together and they baked cakes and give things and prizes. I think we had over 100 raffle prizes, and I drew the raffle, would you believe? It was a very, very good day altogether, and that fits in rather well with our move to Blackpool. Well, Falls and Cleavers, which is very close to Blackpool, so it gives me easy access to the hotel and to other events that we intend to run there in order to support the community, and our charity will do that as well. We'll get right behind it with our charity, the Kendo Nagasaki Foundation, which is based in the Buddhist concepts. And of course, Buddhism tells us to help others and to make the environment and the world a better place for everybody. We'll get right behind it and broaden our base in supporting local events, not just on the gay scene, but even wider, as we get our, let's say, get our feet under the table, which takes a while, but we're getting there. And on top of that, I don't know how many of you actually know, but I'm doing a documentary about my life, and the film crew that are doing it were there on the day, taking photographs of it, which I'll show you during this particular chat with you. And the interesting thing about that is, if you've read Kendo's book, The Man Behind the Mask, you'll probably know that I wasn't born Peter Thornley. I was born Brian Stevens. These people are now going right back into my past, and they say they've discovered some very interesting things about particularly who my father was. They're keeping it a secret at the moment, but they're going to reveal it later on in the course of the documentary. So I'm very eager to see what they found out and where that leads us. I know a bit more about my mother, who was named Jane Evelyn Stevens, but my father, I haven't got a clue. The farthest I've got with it so far is they've sort of leaked a little bit out at the sides and said that my father was one of 4 brothers. But that's as far as I've got with it. They won't tell me anymore. They're keeping it a bit close to the chest at the moment. So I've got to wait just like you have. And no doubt we'll all find out in due course. So other than that, I've still got the ongoing saga with Sanji, of course, as you all know. But what I suggest about we do with him, instead of doing an ordinary 3-on-3 tag match, we have an elimination thing. So if you lose a fall or submit, you have to drop out. Now that could potentially end up with 1 against 3. So it could be very interesting. Who's going to be the 3 and who's going to be the 1? Or is it going to be A man's A, 1-on-1 at the end? I'm interested to find out, so I hope you all are too. So on that note, I think I'll close this particular session with you, and I hope you've enjoyed the journey I've taken you on, and we'll speak soon. So bye for now.
Under lights he stands, aura of mystique. Kendo Nagasaki, strength that never seems to peak. I'm breaking records, winning every fight. Live a masculine mystery, he rules the night. Your loss always won, crown of steel he takes. With each battle, history he makes. A legend in the ring, invincible and bold. Kendo star.